Hey guys, playing on the rogue today for a little bit, and I have a couple videos out there um, that show how to farm DM East for on a rogue. Um, so I play a warrior as my main, obviously, and my warrior is a miner, but it's very difficult to mine without a group in a couple of spots. So I made this rogue. I've learned this from other videos in the past, and thought I would just share it with you guys. So we're gonna go through the caves in Silithus. Right now I'm over here at Hive Zora. I don't know how it is on the server that you might be playing on, but on my server there's a lot of hunters that farm these caves. Hunters can do it kind of effectively. They can't do it as well as a rogue, especially a sub-rogue. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to run through and just kind of show how I'm doing it. If I see a hunter, I usually will leave and go to a different cave. There are some caves, like that cave there, that's only got one way in and one way out. Hunters usually will skip that because the way that they farm the RTV is they sit up on top. They sit up, up here somewhere, and they just spam Eagle Eye, and they look for black lotuses, and they also look for RTV or rich thorium vein nodes. And when they find one, then they run and go get it. But they run through, and here's one coming up. So they'll let me kill this guy. So you can use your best judgment. I'm gonna try to do this with a distract because I think I can get far enough away, and it looks like I can. So distract only works for about 3 ticks of the node, so you need to hurry as fast as you can.
That right now.
Okay, I got lucky there. Didn't blow my vanish. I'll find one here in a minute, hopefully, and show you guys how to go through the rotation to stun. Like, you're basically going to stun lock a mob. Now, from DME jump runs, which is what I've shown in other videos, getting these thornlings can help you get these because these wasps will social. So this wasp, if you pull it, will social this wasp and that wasp. This wasp will social these three. They'll all pull together. So you want to try to not pull, and if they're padding, you want to get close to the node. Okay, now I'm in range of it, and I think he can probably see me if I come out of stealth, or I'll be in his aggro radius. So what I'm going to do is just bring up my reticle for distract, and I'm going to see how far away he gets. And I'm just lining this green up. So what I'm doing is lining the green up with where I think the furthest pat away is. So you see his red target under him. I know he pats away further than that, and when he pats further away, I'll just move it a little bit. I'm pretty sure he's got a pat that goes towards the door. Okay, that was pretty close. If he does that again, I'll probably distract and hug the wall. So this is true silver, which is usually not worth you blowing a cooldown. The issue with leaving true silver up, which is one of my beefs with these hunters that farm here, is they leave the true silver up because they have to run down, and they either will have the pet aggro everything while they mine and then they feign death, or they run down in the cave, feign death, then they mine, then they wait on their cooldowns, and then they run back out. But they'll leave true silver behind because it's not worth it for them. Because if feign death resists, they're dead. They don't have another out. They don't have a 100% out like vanish, like we do, or like rogues do. So they just leave true silver up, and what happens is that is then using one of the spawns for RTV. So if you see true silver, you need to get rid of it, because if you leave it up all day long while you're farming, it's just going to stay there, and that's one less RTV that could spawn. So you can see I'm using an add-on called, I think it's called Gathermate. Gathermate 2 is what is putting these icons on my map. So once you go and find a node, it leaves it up on the map. So you can already see all these red ones are where possible spawn locations are. But I already know them all by heart because I've been farming these caves for years and years and years. There's not a, I don't think there's a ton of videos out there on how to do this. Well, let me find one where I can stun lock the mob. You don't have to be sub. So I'm right now I'm basically my jump run spec for DM East, which is Cold Blood, 3 out of 3 improved gouge, and then prep, and then obviously hemo. And the reason I'm that spec is so that I can vanish as often as possible. You can do this as combat if you're a raiding rogue and you want to go farm. You just, if you end up getting lucky, or if you play late at night or early in the morning when these hunters are not running around farming everything, like I very rarely see other rogues down here. I see, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 2 to 3 other hunters running around farming while I'm recording this. I very rarely see another rogue, but obviously we're stealth, so maybe they are out here. I just don't see them. But you can do it as combat. You just can't vanish. You have to wait 5 minutes, until you get to another node. So far, we've farmed a few nodes and we haven't used vanish at all. Depending on which hive you're at and how the spawns are, sometimes sometimes you need vanish, right away. So these are difficult to get. So this is a thorium, so it's worth getting. These are difficult because this whole room aggroes. Maybe I can get it without aggroing. We'll see. You can kind of climb the wall a little bit. So I'm going to do the same tactic. I'm lining up the green reticle with the red reticle, and I'm just going to see what his furthest pat is away from me. He's probably out of range there. So that's a little closer. That's closer. Just get a little further away, maybe. Go up towards the middle. That would have probably been a good one, but he kept moving. So he's way closer now. And some of this is trial and error. You're just gonna have to die or waste vanish a few times before you learn it. Oh, he moved closer and still didn't get. Okay, so right there, I pushed it to 4 taps because normally I would re-stealth and then I would wait on distract's cooldown and I would distract him again. But I went ahead and pushed it to the 4 taps because I was just gonna blow my vanish if he came at me. I felt like I could mine it in time and still vanish and get away. But as you see, he moved closer and still didn't get to me. So next time I'll know that I can get that close. You don't really need to have poisons on to do this because you're not ever really kiting anything. You're just going to be stun locking. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't found a single node yet that required me to stun lock. But once you learn the combo, it's very easy. And you have to have improved gouge for this. You can be combat and raid spec, but you need to have improved gouge because it gives you the time to mine the node while they're gouged. Because basically what you're going to do is you're going to cheap shot, mine, gouge, mine, kidney shot, mine, and then if you need to gouge again, you can. If you have blind up, you can blind, but having the ability to do that cast of mining while underneath gouge is part of the large part of what makes this work. Because you're adding improved gouge adds 1.5 seconds, I think. Yeah, 1.5 seconds. Okay, so there's nothing here. So we're gonna move to the next. We're gonna move to the next hive. This hive does not have any stealth mobs. Hive Ashy does have stealth mobs. So once you get up and out of the cave, you can mount up and run around and speed things up. That's another reason I like being sub, is that I have the talent to increase my speed. So I can re-stealth faster, and my movement speed is faster. I still need to get run speed on my boots though. That would help out a lot as well. But I haven't done this farm in a long time. I did this farm for quite a while I was waiting for my other binding to drop for Thunder Fury. And I had a different pair of boots, and now I have the Dark Mantle boots, and I don't have run speed on them yet, but that's the reason why. Oh, somebody's killing the bug. Yeah, sometimes that druid's probably looking for stuff too. By looking for stuff, I mean running up here. So what you can do is run up top, and you can see underneath if you're doing find minerals. You can see if there's stuff underneath of you, and then you can stealth down. Why am I losing so many frames all of a sudden? I'm gonna start closing some programs here.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. Can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready.
So the reason I'm going this direction is I'm also an herbalist on this character. And I'm looking for black lotuses, even though this zone is pretty much locked down, at least on my server. There's not a lot of opportunities to get black lotuses in Silithus with how the hunters farm this zone. So we'll head over to this other hive. We'll go to Hive Regal. We'll try to hit this black lotus location on the way. Black lotus that could spawn right here. It's not there. And then there's some small thorium that can spawn on this back hill. And then there's a cave here, and a cave here. So we'll find something in the caves for sure. And then when I come out, I'll swing by this black lotus, and then I'll make my way up north. You just kind of make a loop. Oh, there's one right there underneath of us. Alright, good sign. There is a few stealth guys in this hive, so you want to get stealth pretty quickly. I think right around here, right around there is some stealth dudes. So it's down to the right. Usually these are full of wasps, which is a pain, because like I said, they all pull together. This one is not. But there's probably a stealth guy or two in here. Nope, there's not. That burrower though will aggro. If I cheap shot this thing, this guy's gonna aggro. And I don't know why he's standing here doing nothing. So I'm gonna try to get this.
I'm out of range.
Without aggroing. So pull up your distract. See how far away he gets. I'm gonna get the bottom of it like this. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
I can't leave that.
Arcane
right
crystal,
now.
baby. 2 arcane crystals, baby. Gizmo's about to be mad.
Fatality!
Oh, shut up. Gizmo's not on. Double crystal on stream. Awesome. So we still haven't used Vanish yet. That was kind of the point of the video, was to show you how to do the combo, the stun lock combo, and then Vanish. Should find one. Let's see. Up right there, probably. So this one's gonna be tough, I think, because I think there's 2 mobs in range here. If I remember correctly. These big open rooms, when there's an RTV in here, it's either super easy or super difficult. Yep, there's 2 mobs in range. Yeah, if you try to sneak here, I think it pulls both of them. So what I'm gonna do is find the spot where I can mine, which is about right here. Try to memorize it on the... Oh, I think I might pull that guy though, up there. If he pulls, I'm gonna blind him, I think.
I'm out of range.
So, so cheap shot. Now I'm gonna gouge him when he comes out.
I need to get closer.
Now I got 4 points. That's another good reason to be sub. Kidney shot. Okay, it disappeared. Now I can just run away. Vanish. So if that would have had more taps on it, I was going to kidney shot him. A 4-point kidney shot gives you enough time to do another tap. And then after he comes out of kidney shot, then you gouge him again, and that gets you your 4 taps. And then you vanish. If you need to, keep blind as a backup. Sometimes they spawn like here. Yeah, so like this one here. If it spawns here, there's a stealth guy there, but he's so far away that you can just distract him. When they spawn up in that corner, sometimes they spawn in the right corner, like right here, and then both of those guys aggro, and you basically have to choose one to kill. You kill one, blow your cooldowns, blow evasion, blow thistle tea, you know, whatever you got, trinkets, and kill one of them, heal up, and then you stun lock the other one, and then that's how you can get that node. Or if you're in a hurry, which sometimes I was just in a hurry to get out of here, I would cheap shot one, blind the other, and then I would get a gouge off. But you can't get 4 taps off if you're doing that. The blind doesn't last long enough to get 4 taps off. So what you do is you cheap shot, you blind, you tap, you gouge, you tap, and then blind comes out and then starts attacking you. You vanish, then you blow prep, and then you do it again, and then you get out of there. And that's faster than sitting there killing one of them, but it burns through your consumables a little bit doing it that way in your cooldowns. So we'll hit these other 2 caves just to show a few more examples of stun locking the bugs, and then I'd like to show one with the wasps with the thornling seeds, because I do talk about these, like I said in my jump run video, about the thornling seeds, and I use them in a couple instances to help in the jump run. But I keep 2 stacks of them on me. They only stack to 5. I keep 2 stacks on me because of farming these caves, because they are useful in the caves. So, like I said, hopefully I can show an example of that. So this is another cave the hunters don't like, because it's one way in, one way out. Just like the one I just left is one way in, one way out. That's probably why there was thorium inside of it. So this one, in my experience, this cave does not have as many spawns. For whatever reason, they don't like to spawn in here. The thorium doesn't. And sometimes you'll see, here's one. Sometimes you'll see rare spawns in the caves, and you can kill them for a green if you want. They're not that difficult. You probably do got to burn some cooldowns. I'm just gonna turn down this to see if this one's here. Gotta get a little close. I don't see it. I think I can get this one. Oh, nope, I can't. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cheap shot. And then so first thing you're going to do is look for yellow bugs. If this guy starts padding towards me while this guy is stunned, this guy will social aggro. Keep the burrowers away from you, even if you have to distract them. So cheap shot. Mine. Gouge.
It's too far away.
Mine. Kidney shot. Mine. Gouge is coming off cooldown. If you get a parry or a dodge or whatever, then you vanish. That's it. Easy peasy. It takes a couple tries to get used to the kind of the cadence of it, but as you can tell, I've done it a million times, and I can. Usually, you want to have them right on top of. If the node is like right here, you want the mob right next to you, so you can attack the mob with your abilities without running back and forth. But I've done it so much, I can run back and forth and still pull it off. Sometimes Gouge does get blocked if you wait too long. So that was a caster mob. If that was not a caster mob and it was a melee mob and he was running at me from the cheap shot and I tried to gouge him, he could block it, he could parry it, it could, he could dodge it, whatever. If that happens, you can either blow evasion and just wait for Gouge to come up and do it again, or you can blind if blind is up. Or you can just hit hemo and build a few combo points, kidney shot early, and then gouge out a kidney shot. If they're stunned while you gouge, they cannot block, dodge, or parry it. So ideally you want to gouge while they're still under the effects of a stun or a blind so that it doesn't get wasted. Alright, we're going to go down to this one. Alright, hold on 1 second. Sorry about that, I'm back. There's one right here. We're getting lucky. I guess the hunters are out to lunch. And you can do /who. Look at that, no hunters. What? What? Okay, Vanish has 50 seconds. I'm not going to blow prep for that. I'm just going to sit here and wait. I cannot get far enough away from this guy to not aggro him, so I am gonna have to use Vanish. You can usually wait till it has about 20 seconds left. That's wild, there's no hunters here. I haven't been out here in so long. Did they all get banned, maybe? Alright, 20 seconds left. Cheap shot. So this guy's melee. He's going to run over here. Gouge. Now I'm only at 3 points. I'm going to hemo. Oh, he dodged it.
Not ready yet.
Alright. Well, the node is gone, so Vanish is up. You can use sprint, and once you learn where the nodes are, and once you learn, like, you kind of get a feel for how far it's going to be to the next one, and if you're leaving if you're leaving a cave, you can blow sprint. I just like having it as a backup. Oh, I just totally fucked that up. Alright, I thought I was out of range. I'm gonna have to blow prep here. That's kind of a waste, but it is what it is. That's why I spec this way.
I need to get closer. Not enough energy.
Protected.
Okay, you dodge the gouge.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Ready yet.
Arcane Crystal, it was worth it. Blow and sprint. Blow and prep. 3 Arcane Crystals on stream. That percentage has got to be out of this world. Usually you're not going to see like more than 2 to 3 nodes per cave. I don't know what the exact number is. Because these spots are just all chances, obviously, for a node to spawn. But there can only be so many nodes up in a zone at one time. Alright, well we just made about 300 gold once we exmute these. We'll go ahead and go north real quick. I'll show you that cave and just kind of the path that I take. This is kind of the path that I normally do as far as the order. So the cave that I started in is, you know, over here at Zora. I'll finish those out and then I'll run this in this direction and then I'll head north. Oops, I'm heading the wrong way. I'm sitting here talking. Because I'll come around the backside and I try to swing by you can get lucky. I have gotten lucky before and there's been a Black Lotus up. It does not happen often, but it is possible. So you might as well, if you're an herbalist, you might as well run past these spots. So you can get out this way. You could also come down this way if you want to come down this way. Oh, there's Thorium, son of a gun. I'm just gonna skip it because crystals. You cannot get an arcane crystal from a small thorium, even though I am gonna get the stream foil though. Even though you can get blue sapphires and the other crystals, you cannot get arcane crystals out of small thorium. And the other crystals don't sell for hardly anything right now. So I really don't care. And I don't need thorium. Obviously, if you're doing this farm on a rogue, you're gonna, as you can tell, you're gonna end up with tons of thorium that you have nothing. You're gonna have more thorium than you know what to do with. I sell a lot of it. I make a lot of thorium-headed arrows. Obviously, I make dynamite and sappers are mithril. I make dynamite, dense dynamite, on my warrior for max, and I still have enough to sell. And even though it doesn't sell for a lot, you can also make the arrows and sell them, or the dynamite and sell that. Let's kill this guy. Maybe he'll have a sandworm meat. That sells good too.
I can't do that. That ability isn't ready. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not ready yet.
Nope. And you want to get rid of junk. If you're trying to make sure you can stay out as long as possible, you should have 2 stacks of blinding powder and 2 to 3 stacks of flash powder. Actually, we're going to run by the vendor real quick, and for those who don't know, I'll show you where the vendor is in Silithus for that stuff. You can't buy blinding powder, but you can get it from BRD pickpocket runs, which I've also got a video on. So you can load up on it and then come and do Silithus for a couple weeks on that blinding powder. There's a Black Lotus that can spawn there. It's not there. So we're gonna head to town. Was that a hunter? What was that? A warrior? Okay. And sometimes if I see hunters going a certain direction, I'll go the other direction. Like if I see them heading towards that hive, and I know they probably just came from that hive. If I didn't just come from the hive we just came from, then that's where I would go. Try to go wherever they're not. So we're just gonna buy a stack of flash powder real quick.
Greetings.
whenever you come here to offload your bags, you can mail it to your bank vault or whatever, but this is the guy that sells flash powder and poison. You can stock them on poisons, but you won't really need it. As you can tell, I'm not really using poisons.
Be careful.
Alright, so let's go down here. So I always come down, usually come down this way, and I start with this cave here. There are some stealth mobs. Right in here there's some stealth mobs. I think over here there's one. Make sure you got the right tracking on. Oh look, thorium underneath me, thorium there. There's a black lotus that can spawn here. Sometimes I log in and it's here. Oh, there's, look at this. Holy moly, lots of thorium. Did Blizzard just ban all the hunters in the game? Like, what is going on? Is there a hunter meeting I'm not aware of?
I can't
Maybe I shouldn't publish this video. I was gonna put this on YouTube. Maybe I shouldn't. Go back to farming arcane crystals. So this one is underground. You can tell because it's shaded, and I was just underground. Obviously, it wasn't there. It's the next cave over. In front of me here, and then you come back. Comes back under my feet, essentially. Yeah, there's a stealth guy there. So this one's out in the open. There's nothing out here, so you can freely get this one. This one is very rarely up because it's out in the open and it's not contested. There's no mobs around it. So now I'm going to go back underneath myself, but I'm also going to look out up here. I don't see anything. So once I get the one that was underneath me, I can just leave. Because the way this cave is structured is it circles back on itself very quickly. It circles back to this exit. So you don't have to go through it like you do the other caves. There's no wasps in Hive Ashy, which is one of the things I like about it. So you can very easily just stun lock one of these guys. Cheap shot, get ready to gouge. Gouge. Kidney.
I can't
Gouge.
do that yet.
Oh, cooldown's not up yet. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, see this guy, yeah. If he would have came down while I was fighting that, then he would have aggroed. He would have socialed. So this is usually a spot where I'll blow sprint just because I know that there's no thorium left in this cave because I can see it from being outside. And the next cave is a little ways away and I can't unstealth because there's stealth mobs out here. So that'll kind of speed you up a little bit. You don't have to. You can run around the outside, go down that direction if you want to, but I like going this way. So this is the last cave we're gonna hit, this north one. You can see this one does go down into the mountain, just like these other caves in Zora do. So Ashy has 2 small caves and 1 big cave. There's already a thorium out down below my feet. I'm really glad I decided to do this video today because I was not going to farm thorium. I was bored.
I need to get closer.
This one you can get easily without aggroing.
I can't lose that right now.
Only 2 hits. That's pathetic. Come on, man. 2 thorium ore and nothing else. What was that? Oh, those need to be sold or something. Frozen wrath. Okay, there's another one there. I'm just walking into this to see if this one pops up, and it doesn't look like it. Even though it looks, even because I can see this one on the minimap, you'd think I can see that one, but sometimes you need to kind of walk into the room for it to pop up for some reason. That's another reason I like to save sprint, is that if you're out farming and you know that there's other rogues and or hunters farming, as soon as you get in a cave and you see something on your minimap, you can burn your sprint to get to it first. Okay, there's a stealth guy there. He's way out of the way, so I'll get this one. Vanish has about 40 seconds left. That's one reason I pick elusiveness, is this is purely for farming. This is also nice for PvP, but I don't PvP a ton on this character. Actually, I don't think I've had... Do I PvP at all on this character? I don't think I do. Yep, no, 0 kills. But I've played Horde primarily before I rolled Alliance on Era. Here comes the yellow guy. You don't want to open on this guy till the yellow guy leaves. But elusiveness is nice for PvP as well. You don't really need Ghostly Strike either because you're not attacking. But I like Ghostly Strike for DME runs. Come on, man.
That ability isn't all.
Would be sweet if we got one more crystal before we stopped. That's not bad though. Three crystals in one loop. That's pretty unheard of. One loop around the map and we got 3 crystals. I guess I'm gonna park my rogue here and farm over the weekend, because apparently no one's out here farming anymore. I don't know what happened. And then this is back to the entrance, so I'm going to go up to the mountain just to show. There's one more Black Lotus spot that I like to check. Since there's not, and I'm only going to check it because it appears there's not a lot of people in Silithus right now. And Black Lotuses are not that expensive on the server, but like I can buy, right now I think I can buy almost 2 Black Lotuses for 1 Arcanite bar. Sometimes Mountain Silver Sage will be up here. But there's a Black Lotus spawn down this direction. Oh, there's a guy. Is that a hunter? Nope. Priest. I think it spawns right in this area. I don't see it. And then there's one more. So what I normally do is I cut through this back corner here. There's a Mountain Silver Sage up here sometimes. Not there now. And if you're just a miner and you're not a miner and an herbalist, you can just go to the caves and then just shoot. You can just shoot straight across to here. But there's another Black Lotus that spawns right in this area. I don't have all the spawns mapped out on Gatherer yet, or Gathermate, whatever it's called, because I haven't found them all in this character. I've seen it before, but I've never been able to get it because I was on another character. Yeah, I don't see it. But there's Mountain Silver Sage also along this mountainside. So on the way to the next cave, what I normally do is hug this wall, this mountain, and then look and see there's not one there. Small thorium can spawn here, I don't see it. Oh, there's one. Let's go get that. And then put on my herbalism gloves because Mountain Silver Sage is orange. 3. Yes, thank you. There's another one that spawns up here. I don't see it. And then I would start the whole process over again. So back to the cave. Switch back to minerals. And then I would go down and start in the cave right here, and then go to this cave, and then go to this cave, and then I would come out and go back around just like we did before at the beginning. So, I probably will put this out on YouTube. I was just kidding before. But that's how I farmed between my warrior, which, like I said, my warrior is a miner as well. My warrior would mine in the Plague Lands and Winter Spring, and then this character would stay parked. And then what I would do is I would just sit here and log out, switch to my warrior, go farm in his zones, and then log back to the rogue and switch. And that's how I farmed. I farmed all of the crystals for Thunder Fury, which is 100 arcane crystals. I farmed just doing this. It takes a long time, obviously. You don't normally get 3 in one day. I just got 3 in like 45 minutes, which is insane. I normally, if I had to average out what I would get on a regular farming day, it was probably average out to be like 1 or 2 per day. And that was, let's say, 4 to 5 hours of farming. So I would say if you're getting 1 to 2 every 5 hours or so, that that's probably about what you should expect. Obviously, you're going to get some nodes where you or some sessions where you get more, and some sessions where you get 0. I've had entire days where I got 0 arcane crystals, and then I've had days like today where I just got 3 without even trying, and I only spent an hour doing it. So, all right. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video.